Hi, my name is Brandon McElwain. I'm the Marketing Director right here at State Tech, and I'd like to welcome you to this week's edition of State Tech Talks. Happy almost Thanksgiving, everybody. I hope everybody has some fun plans with their family and friends later this week, and that also means winter and finals are right around the corner. Meanwhile, State Tech is excited for our brand new program, Facilities Operations and Management. This program will prepare students for careers in a variety of settings like general construction, electrical, HVAC, plumbing, electrical systems, and buildings and grounds. Take a look.
In our new Facilities Operations and Management program, we're going to dabble in all the areas of HVAC, plumbing, and electrical, and how it all ties together with building controls and basically all the things that keep a big building running. All this stuff is tied together, so the combination of all these programs pulled together is going to be an awesome opportunity that can take you down a lot of different directions.
Our industry is constantly changing. There's always new things for people to experience and new equipment and technology that they're exposed to. So having an education that gets you used to exploring new things and navigating through those things is very important.
Right now we're staying real busy. I'm usually 3, 4, 5 different places a day, all the way anywhere in Missouri. Get to see a lot of new things, get to travel to a lot of different towns and meet new people, work for a bunch of different contractors. It's real neat and I like it.
Between the teachers and everything like that, they give you a really good base knowledge on everything you're going to need to go hit the workforce. You're going to meet a lot of employers at the job fair. It was no problem for me to get a job with a really big company out of St. Louis.
Not only will this program set you up for a direct occupation in facilities, operations, and management, it also gets deep enough into HVAC, electrical, and plumbing that you could take any of those career paths as well if that's what you end up finding an interest in.
There's a massive need for those skills. Having a program that has a diverse set of skills that gives you a taste of all the different things that are experienced in the field by our technicians is very valuable.
Everybody's looking for work right now. As long as you got the drive to go out there and put in a hard day's work, be cordial with people, treat your customers well, I don't think they'd have any problem finding a job.
And to apply to this amazing program, just head to statetechmo.edu. State Tech was excited to recently be a guest on News 4 Great Day on KMOV Channel 4 in St. Louis. Dr. Strong and myself had the chance to talk about all the great things that are happening on campus and what makes State Tech so special. Labs are in full swing here on campus, and we're going to quickly highlight just a few. Students in our agribusiness program spent a day at Oak Creek Whitetail Ranch in Bland, Missouri, where they learned how to artificially inseminate a deer. Such a unique day for these students. To apply to our agribusiness program, head to statetechmo.edu. Every fall, students in our electronics engineering technology program build their own computers from scratch, and they get to take it home when they're done. Now, how cool is that? Interested in this program? Well, guess what? You can apply for the fall of 23 by heading to statetechmo.edu. Lastly, students in our utility systems technician program are in labs working on creating trenches for underground utility use. You can also apply to this amazing program at, you guessed it, statetechmo.edu. And now it's time for our weekly State Tech Employee Spotlight. But today we have not one, not two, but 3 spotlights. We'll start with Dwight Massey from our Heavy Equipment Department right here at State Tech. Question 1, if you could learn to do anything, what would it be? He said, get a pilot's license. Question 2, if you could be any fictional character, who would you choose? He said, Doctor Who. Next, what is something that you learned in the last week? He said that he is old and that the students like to point it out to him all the time. Question 4, what is your favorite indoor or outdoor activity? He says, working on his farm. 5, what 3 traits define you? He said, procrastination, and then he'll get around to the other 2 a little bit later. Question 6, 10 years ago, who did you think you would be now? He said, the same guy. He just thought he might be a little bit wealthier and a whole lot prettier. And finally, how do you define success? He says, love, laughter, friends, family. What else is there? Actually, this is the final question. What is your favorite thing about working at State Tech? He says, getting to be a part of a great school that is changing lives each and every day. And next is Alan Brenner, an instructor in our Civil Engineering Technology program. Question 1, if you won the lottery, what is the first thing that you would do? He said, buy guitars. all the guitars. Question 2, if you could be any fictional character, who would you choose? He says Batman. Always be Batman. Question 3, what is something that you learned in the last week? He said old friends are the best friends. Question 4, have you ever had something happen to you that you thought was bad but actually turned out to be the best? He says things always seem to work out that way, don't they? Pretty sure there was an episode of Seinfeld that centered around that. And question 5, at what age did you become an adult? He says with December just around the corner, he's not willing to jeopardize any potential gifts from the North Pole, so he's going to plead the 5th. And next, what's the coolest or most important trend that you see today? He says the use of drones in engineering design, construction, and inspections. And finally this week, we meet Haley Maddox from admissions. Question 1, if you won the lottery, what is the first thing that you would do? She said, finish my schooling, then start my life debt-free. When you have 30 minutes of free time, how do you like to pass the time? She says, I pass my time by playing with my dog. Question 3, if you could be any fictional character, who would you choose? She said, the Cat in the Hat, because he's always happy and having fun. 4, what was the last experience that made you a stronger person? She says, moving away from home. I just can't turn to my parents now. I am figuring out adulting on my own, minus the phone calls to mom whenever something doesn't go exactly as planned or Google can't answer her question. Question 5, what 3 traits defined you? She said outgoing, hardworking, and imaginative. Well, thanks everybody for answering those questions this week, and we will see you back here again next week. But before that, once again, happy Thanksgiving.